we just got to make it difficult on them and defend really well and use our abilities with our pace and the way we can forecheck and sustain momentum in their end and make them have to defend. Obviously, it'll be a strong key for us, so just keep building on those things that we've been doing more consistently over the last couple of weeks here.
How much do you look at the standings and see where things are, or do you want to pay attention to the season?
Yeah, I mean, it might come around, on TV or around the locker room, whether they're up or not. But I think there's just so much time to go. So just stick with that daily mindset. Keep building things the right way, and focus on that, and then let the results kind of continue to fall into place. So, but obviously, at any point in the year, you want to be getting results and winning games more often than not, and obviously just keep focused on playing well.
What did you like about your line on Tuesday night?
I just think really good. All around 200 feet with and without the puck. I think we still feel we can find another level. Continue to try to generate more and get to the inside. But when we have to defend, just getting above, slowing the opponent down, especially when you're playing against elite players, breaking out well, supporting each other. I think the puck support and just reading off one another was pretty good. So I want to continue that and see if we can find a way to continue to elevate.
Looks like Ilya is pretty close to returning. What stood out to you about how Samsonov was playing before he went down?
Yeah, the confidence, I think, just continuing to build and build, more and more comfortable in and around our group, and what the dynamic is here as a player and for him and as a goalie. So, he's been a great addition for us, and obviously played really strong and really, when we were kind of up and down to start the year, really was stabilizing for us and giving us a chance to win and get our feet underneath us.
What's been your perspective on Jack Hughes? He came in as the first overall pick, a lot of pressure, and now he seems like he's rounded and informed here a bit.
Yeah, I mean, as dynamic as a player as you're going to find, extremely good off the rush. Obviously, playmaking or attacking down himself. Him and Hischier are really, really good players and really kind of coming into our own. So there'll be a challenge for us that we got to match and work to slow them down.
I understand you gave your kids the 400th puck. Did they?
I have not. We had an off day yesterday. Just trying to get my lip back to normal, first and foremost. But I know my wife tried to explain to them the situation, but I don't think they clued in yet still too much. So definitely show it to them soon here, hopefully, and then hopefully one day they understand. But fun, like I said, it's just great to be able to share those types of moments with them.
Don't you skate at all with Jack Hughes over the years?
No, not particularly. No, I think
pitcher or anything like that?
No, I think he's quite a bit out of at least what I hear. I don't 100% know. I think a lot of those guys out of the U.S. program in Michigan skate there in the off season, so I haven't skated with him. No.
When the team wins 10 in a row, does that kind of do you look into it at all? Like, does that catch your attention, or are you so locked in here that you're kind of you just focus it on the game day, I guess?
Well, I think you're aware, obviously, that they won 10 in a row, and I think you, as someone on the outside, you look at a team that hasn't had as much success in recent years, but have a lot of elite talent and players, and are obviously finding their way. And because they haven't had that success yet, probably feeling really good about what they're doing, and the belief is probably extremely high, and very confident. So, they're going to come in and just be really sharp, really connected, just be on top of their game, making plays, and pushing on their elite skill. They're very good players, and like I said, they're coming into their own.
What stands out to you about the Devils and how they're playing right now?
I mean, yeah, they're obviously playing really well. I think just really fast, quick team. I think they really get on top of you all over the ice and just kind of limit your space out there. So, it'll be another good test, another good challenge for us tonight.
The Penguins and the Capitals are still sort of the two people thinking about in the Metro. What have you sort of made of the changing of the guard a little bit we've seen with the Devils and also the Islanders are up there?
Yeah, I mean, it's still early, I think, in the season, and lots of things can happen, but obviously not your typical teams, I guess, that you'd expect, but obviously they're young. They're a team their core guys have been together for a couple years now, so I think from their side of things, they kind of expect the growth and the progress. So like I said, it'll be another really good test for us tonight.
What sort of growth have you seen in the game of Jack Hughes?
Yeah, he plays with a lot of confidence. He's got the puck on his stick a lot. He's not afraid to make plays. He's really shifty out there. He's a lot of fun to watch. He's really dangerous every time he's got the puck.
You played with Siegenthaler back in Switzerland. What kind of growth have you seen in his game, and what kind of guy is he personality-wise?
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's pretty quiet. I spent a lot of time with him and Malgi and a couple other guys in my time in Zurich, but just really solid all around. He moves pretty well for how big he is, and good hands, and his size and his physicality. Obviously, that presence helps, and so I think he's just a really solid player all around.
How do you feel about the line? Your line on Tuesday in Pittsburgh?
Pretty good.
Yeah. What do you like about it, I guess? So far.
I think just really tracking down pucks, hunting pucks, getting pucks back, and being able to attack and create some good offensive zone time and presence. So I think that's kind of the main thing. I mean, all of us are pretty familiar with each other, so I don't think it's that big of an adjustment. I think just making sure that we're doing the right things to make us successful.
And 4 or 5 days to digest, but what do you make of the World Cup news? Another year of not getting to play with Patty and Kane, Crosby not getting to play with David.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I don't know. I don't really. It's like a tough thing to follow, I guess. It seems like it's always changing, but I think a lot of guys, and myself included, would love to see a best-on-best tournament here sometime soon, especially with the last couple of Olympics not working out, and obviously like this news of the World Cup. So, I think everybody would love to see that. From a player perspective and from a fan perspective too. I mean, that's some of the best hockey you'll see. So, hopefully it gets figured out.
Bunting was saying on the morning of Tuesday that he was maybe grabbing his stick a little too tight as he's been trying to get going here. Do you think a night like Tuesday could jumpstart him a bit, or what's your sense?
Those always help for sure. I think you could just see once he scored that one, he was really excited, and rightfully so. And you could just kind of see him relax a little bit and go out there and just play his game. And obviously he got another one, so it's positive. It's a good thing for our team. He's a big part of that, and we just want to continue to play and do well.
In regards to the World Cup, would you be open to Canada-U.S. rivalry series if that gets presented?
Yeah, I'm easy. No matter whatever. Yeah.
What do you like about the new sticks that you got? Toronto branded.
Yeah, they've been working a little bit, so it was kind of a cool concept, the old school retro look, and I haven't used white in a pretty long time, so I've been liking them so far.
What sparked it? Were you involved in the design and stuff?
Just messing around with stuff in the summer.
Thanks, Austin.
Who's starting tonight?
Matt Murray.
So we left with just the plan in terms of the skate today?
Yeah, he was out there well before everybody else, so he got his work in and got ready to go.
Zealy back now?
No.
What do you like about, I guess, Matthews, Bunting, Nylander since you've had them back together?
It's obviously, when I look at it, especially the last game, they found the rhythm a little bit offensively, got some chances both off the rush and in the offensive zone. I know Bunt's second goal, Willie ends up not being on the ice, but he contributes to that whole sequence that gets him in the offensive zone and gets him rolling a little bit and gets the line change for Holmberg to come on. But I think both lines, both Matthews and Tavares, I think have done a nice job since we've made that switch, and I think it's just a matter of time for the individuals to really find their game, and then as that happens, the lines naturally are going to do better. And I think that's more what we're seeing.
People say, players say how hard it is to win the league. Sheldon, what do you see in the Devils team that's won 10 in a row tonight?
Yeah, they're just. It's more than just winning. There's a lot of teams that have been winning, but they've been dominant statistically in virtually every category, offensively and defensively. So certainly we've had a lot of big and tough challenges, coming into different games through the season, and this is right up there. Obviously, they're deep, they're fast, they're skilled. They're long on defense, and they've been getting good goaltending. So, I look at it. I think the way their lines are set up there now, their top 4 scorers at 5-on-5 are on 4 different lines. Miles Wood leads their team in 5-on-5 goals. He's playing on the 4th line. So they've got a lot of good things happening offensively, but they certainly, with the pace and skill that they play at, they present a lot of challenges.
What do you make of the sort of changing of the guard we've seen in the Metro? I mean, obviously Pittsburgh and Washington are still in the conversation, but New Jersey, the others, especially the Devils, like the process that's gotten them here, they had to be patient for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long season, but I don't think I need to get in too much to breaking down the standings. I got to worry about the Devils here tonight.
What have you made of Russ's in these games?
Well, he's, he hasn't, it hasn't blossomed to the point you'd like it to, and I think he's low on confidence at this time. We need to help him, get back to being himself. Confidence is a strength of his, and it allows him to play his game and feel good about getting involved offensively, and as that happens, it's just naturally you feel better defensively. So, spoke with him again here today just about clearing his head and getting back to being the player that he knows he can be. It hasn't come together for him like a number of our guys here in the early going. It hasn't happened for different reasons, and he's won, but he's got far more to give us here, so we've got to help him find that.
Is later arrival to trade it? Has anything to do with that, or are we far enough down the road now?
Yeah, I think we're far enough down the road. It shouldn't be a factor. Who knows? You can point to a lot of different things. But we do have some guys that have been here since day one that are that also haven't found their game to the same degree. But he's still a young player, right? He's a young player that has been around and he's played a little bit here and there, but he's, in terms of consistency and playing every day and staying healthy and all of that, he's a guy that doesn't have as much experience in the league as you think. So, missing camp and all those kind of things, maybe that's a contributor. I don't know, but we do know that he's a better player than he's playing right now. So we got to help him get back to that.
On the turnover, obviously the execution's way off on the Crosby goal, but was the instinct to go for that play right, or is that something he has to process different as well?
No, I think it's the right play. I watched that 100 times to see what he's thinking there, and it's, Pittsburgh's on a line change, and Aston Reese is wide open in the middle of the ice to get us going very quickly the other way, and that's a play that normally he would hit, and all of our defensemen would hit with a high degree of success. He just rolls off the back of his heel. Sometimes it happens, and unfortunately when it happens, and then on that line change, Crosby comes on the ice and walks into one. So that's obviously very unfortunate and unlucky in that circumstance, but that's a play that he and all of our defense have the ability to make, and we need them to make it when we're that wide open. The forwards are presenting their stick and wanting the puck and want to get going. We got to get it there, but obviously it didn't happen for him, but we need him to shake that off and keep playing, which I thought he did a good job of.
What are the challenges of matching up against a duo of Nico Hischier and Jack Hughes down the middle?
Well, lots of skill. They're determined on both sides of it. Hughes is actually playing more on the wing these days than he is playing in the middle, and Hall is taking a lot of that load there defensively and face-offs and such, but both guys are really feeling it offensively. That's more than that, as I talked about. They've got four lines that are really contributing and maintain a high pace all the way through it. McLeod and Wood on the fourth group for this team might be two of the quickest skaters that you're going to find in the league. So we obviously know who their best people are and how to focus on them, but we got to know that every shift you're going to have to be at your best and you're going to be challenged.
What's the latest with Elias Samson on?
He was skated here today, and I don't know how exactly that went, other than to say still not at 100%. At this point, I wouldn't expect us to see him through the weekend or anything like that. But he's out there and he's still putting in lots of work. He's still waiting to get to 100%, and he's not quite there yet.
Jake came out to watch practice for a little bit. Is there off-ice stuff he can do?
Yeah, he's in the gym every day. He's training. He's with when he doesn't travel with us, obviously, but he's in working every day and around the group, so it's not new.
How close is your team to the level you wanted to play at and maybe match the Devils' success right now?
Well, we'll find out, but I think with virtually each challenge such as this, where we've had a team coming in feeling really good and playing very well, our team has met that challenge. Hasn't been perfect in any of the games. I think you even if you talk to, to Lindy, I'm sure he's games he feels are not perfect, despite the fact that they're rolling well as a group. You never feel like you've hit exactly where you can be. We've made some strides there. I don't know if we've put it together at a full 60 minutes quite yet, but like I said, each time that we've been challenged here, especially since we've come back from that road trip, I've liked the response of our group, and today is another opportunity for us to meet that challenge here head on at home.
Getting Matt back on Tuesday and Ilya maybe in the coming days, what's that done to the mood of the group? Has it done anything different?
I wouldn't say so. Our group had confidence in Sheldon, and he was doing a good job for us. We've tried to keep the focus on our players and how they play, but with all that said, I think it's natural, to get a boost, with a player or goaltender of Matt's experience. I sensed that the other night, when we had that lead and Pittsburgh was really pushing and Matt was able to keep it out, and then throughout the third period, didn't feel like they were close to scoring at any point in time. And sometimes it's the saves that are being made. Sometimes it's just the presence in the net as well. I think that certainly can add to the confidence. But as I've said before, I think our goaltending has been very strong all the way through. I've had no issues or concerns with our goaltending, and I feel like they've given us a chance to win virtually every single night. We just haven't played as well in front of them as consistent as we've needed to.
What does Nick Robertson need to do to get back in the lineup?
Well, at this point, it's probably what others don't do. Bringing Holmberg in, we want to give him a look at center. We want to have a natural center back in there. The last time we brought Holmberg up, we didn't get much of an opportunity beyond that one game, and we wanted to get Homer back in and get a look at that, and allows us to put Engvall back on the wing, and just like the way that flows. But we're monitoring it every day. We don't want to have Nick sitting for too long, but the group, I like the way that it flowed the other night. It'll be challenged in a different way here tonight, but want to give Pontus a good look here and kind of keep players in their natural positions for now.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.